Hey everybody, it's your girl Darcel from Moguls and Media, and I'm here in the beautiful city of Baltimore, Maryland, here at the NAACP Convention. I am super excited to be here. Make sure you stay tuned because we're about to be empowered today.
Yeah. DJ Shining, 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 yeah. All of this winning, I've been losing my mind.
So, Tony Covington, you have a new book out called I Am Underdog. Tell me more about the book and let me know what are some key things that people can take away from your book.
Well, it is a journey of hope and inspiration for me. My adversities will be different from your adversities. My blessings will be different from yours. But they are definitely still adversities and blessings. And it's really about how we react and respond to the journey. So I want people to seek hope, inspiration, because it is an uplifting story. As a former professional athlete, people say, well, how are you an underdog? Yeah. And I say, well, simply because I've been overlooked, underestimated my entire life, and I spent a lifetime of proving people wrong. I'm one of those people. If I were you, I wouldn't bet against me.
I know that's right. That's some good advice right there. Tell me more about the title. I know you mentioned a little bit, I Am Underdog, because you said a lot of people bet against you. Did you have a lot of trouble coming up with the title of your book, or did you know off the bat this is exactly what you wanted your title of your book to be?
Initially, I came up with something else, and then I was talking to one of my wife's friends, and, I was just saying, man, I said, I just have this calling as an underdog, and he started talking about, man, I think this could be a movement. And I said, you know what? I Am Underdog is the way to go, because within these pages, there's a pledge, an underdog pledge, because we're going to embark upon a movement. Our kids are under attack these days, and I'm bound and determined to give them a roadmap on how to be successful and to look. Today is the beginning of the rest of my life. My journey is what it is, but I control my future moving forward. My past will be used as a stepping stone, and we're going to keep it moving.
Absolutely. And also, I think you also show people, too, that there's a life after being an athlete. I think a lot of times people always say, okay, these athletes only have a short amount of time. Talk more about that experience and being able to still pursue everything and still be successful, still be an author, still have a career after that.
Well, the thing of it is I went to the University of Virginia to get a degree from a great academic university. I wasn't thinking about going to the NFL. It just so happens I was a really, really good college football player, got an opportunity to play in the NFL for 5 seasons. But when it was over, I had a degree from the University of Virginia, but didn't have any work experience. No one had taught me how to network and navigate the space. So I had to work my way, struggle, fall, get up, figure it out, strategize, and fall and get up again. And so for me, there's an end date when I'm talking to the kids that I mentor that are in the league and are athletes that are coming up. I very much educate them on, I want you to have a plan for your future. I want you to leave college with a degree in one hand and a life plan in the other. And so if I can help them navigate that space by putting them in contact with my corporate contacts in the space now and talk to them about what do you want to do when football is over, they begin to think differently. They begin to realize, you know what, it's very political. I tell them all the time, it's corporate big business. And so it will not last forever. One thing that you can be assured with professional sports is that there is an end date. You don't always get to choose when it is. So let's prepare for our future.
Absolutely. And I know you were just on the panel here at the NAACP Convention. What does that mean to you to be invited here to such an amazing movement, especially for us, people of color? What does this mean to you to be here today?
Well, the NAACP has been a staple, in the civil rights movement for years. And honestly, as an employee of the NAACP, I fight that fight every single day. And so that I'm feel honored amongst other authors who are a little bit more established, but nonetheless, my story is important, and to share it on a stage at the NAACP's experience is amazing, and I'm extremely humbled and honored.
What are some key things that you want people to take away from this convention? I know you guys been dropping gems all day. What are some key things for us that are attending and listening to you guys? What do you think we should walk away from?
That our journey is just beginning. We have embarked upon a time where a lot of the fight of the civil rights, voting rights are under attack. They're trying to take us back to the days when we didn't have those rights and trying to undo a lot of decades of work. And so we are still here. And the fight, we must join together in this fight. One person can't do it, but when we mobilize and we have one common mission, there is absolutely nothing that we can't accomplish.
Well, just listening to you, I can't wait to get the book, because just hearing you, I'm like, the book must be good. So tell us where we can find the book, how we can get the book. I know here, for those who are not here at the NAACP convention, you're missing out because you would be able to get to meet him. But also, how can people who are not here get to purchase the book?
They can go to Amazon. It's featured on Amazon, and then I will be around the country doing book signings. We call the UVA Net Friends and Family Network. So I plan to be Fort Lauderdale, Miami, New York, LA, Atlanta, just all around the country where I have friends and family that are interested in hosting. And if anyone is interested in hosting that may not be in that network, just let me know.
All right, well, I'll keep that in mind. So make sure you guys follow, get the book on Amazon. I appreciate your time and your efforts, and just thank you so much for your inspiration. All right. See ya. Here at the NAACP convention, the Great Blacks in Wax Museum is here, and they are highlighting our forefathers who came before us. People like Julian, civil rights activists like Thurgood Marshall. I mean, you have to check it out when you're in the city of Baltimore, guys. Make sure you come and check out the Great Blacks in Wax Museum. Stay tuned, guys, for more. Okay. So how are you enjoying the NAACP convention, and what does it mean to you?
Well, I'm enjoying it a lot here, and the issues that being addressed, people of color, and ideas that people have as far as to put out there that we could move on, because we are an oppressed people for the longest, so there's a lot of issues and it's being addressed, and I think it's a very good convention and I'm glad to be part of it,
I could have been anybody in America. It just so happened I was the one, and I feel I was the one because somebody knew I can handle it.
That's right.
And from handle it now, you see, because you can always get good from bad. So my mission now is to reach out to the youths and hopefully give them a little inspiration. Because they're going to run stuff in the next 20, 30 years.
I know that's right.
So they need to be prepared and grounded. Right? And keep it moving from there.
So how can people find the movie or follow you on social media or the movie on social media so they can find out more about the screenings and things like that?
Right now I'm not on social media. But if to look for the movie, just go to YouTube, Crown Heights.
Great.
And you will see what they have up there for now.
All right, you guys heard it.
The movie will be in theaters August 25th, 2017. So
you heard that. Yep, look out and make sure you go see and check out the movie. See you guys. Thank you so much.
thank you so much.
Now is we're convened here in a cage, and the effects of that on our children and on our community. So to have the organization of the NAACP to understand how incredibly important it is to raise awareness within its membership of the swift and dramatic increase in incarceration of black women in this country, I thank you for being aware of the importance of that issue. And so yes, I was a former criminal defense lawyer who was sentenced to serve a 2-year federal prison sentence. This issue is personal to me. I'm born and raised, very proud to be born and raised in the community of Roxbury, Massachusetts. My children are still living in Roxbury, Massachusetts with my husband and family, and we are the 4th generation to live in that community. We understand firsthand what has happened in this country over the past 4 decades, starting with a war on drugs, which was really a war on black people.
I try to bring people together to talk to them. So this being here today is an opportunity to share the microphone with some of the panelists, just to say that yes, we do have to look at the kids. But in my field, a lot of artists leave their hood and don't come back. Okay? We see them rocking the B hat or the NY hat or the A hat, but they live behind the gate.
So hi, Angela. this NAACP convention is amazing, and I just saw your panel. So I know you were talking a lot about practicality. What are some key things that people can actually take away, as you were saying and asking the panel? What are some of your tips that you can give away to people that they can actually do today and now, as far as being able to just raise that awareness and knowledge for us in the Black community?
Sure. I think for starters, understanding the impacts of mass incarceration on the community. So what do the statistics look like? We know that we're disproportionately impacted. Talking to family, friends, or family members, or even having a self-conversation about whatever the criminal justice system did to you, your family members, your friends, your community. When you have that type of grounding on the issue, it makes you feel like there's something that you have to do. Mm-hmm. It's that call, the pull to do something and to make a difference. And I think there's a lot of material out there, thanks to organizations like the Advancement Project or NAACP Legal Defense Fund. There's so many entities that work on issues like this, the Marshall Project, to help us be aware and also understand the steps that are already being taken by so many. And then if you are in a position to donate either your time or your money, I would suggest doing those things as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, you were moderating the panel. What does this mean, the convention, the NAACP inviting you to moderate the panel? What does that mean to you to have this organization? Because you have done so many powerful things just as in the Black community, being our voice, and one, being a female, being a woman, being able to see someone. I'm able to look at the TV and see someone like you, and I'm like, oh, that's me, you know? So what does that mean for the NAACP to be able to have you moderate?
It's kind of like coming home. I really grew up in the NAACP. My dad ensured we were always dues-paying members of the NAACP, and I'm also a former AXO participant. I was a second-place national winner, so it's like coming home. So it's always good to be amongst family, whether it's extended or your actual immediate family. So it's nice.
Yes, awesome. And just one quick thing, what can you say to us women, just being able, again, being that image for us women, especially women of color, what can you say as far as us helping us to be able to empower ourselves and be able to not, in this male-dominated industry, being able to say, you know, you could still have a voice and it be a strong one and stick to it?
I think just speak up. Yeah. Like, don't let anybody, there's a scripture in the Bible that says, don't be afraid of their faces. I think it's in Jeremiah, because of his youth. Don't be afraid of their faces because we're women. We still bad. We can still handle it.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you. Likewise.
All right. Nice to meet you. Thank you so much for your time. Hey, everybody. It's your girl, Darcel. Oh, my gosh. The NAACP convention has been amazing. Angela Rye dropped gems. Michael Bivens dropped gems. I got to meet Tony Covington, ex-NFL athlete. It's been amazing. If you were not here, you missed it. So make sure you're here again next year when they do it in San Antonio. But for now, keep it on mogulsandmedia.com to get all the scoop.